Welcome back, Bet Racing Nation. We'd like to get your favourite moment of Cheltenham. We also like to get the doubles in for tomorrow, those 2:30 at Cheltenham and the 3:20 at Cheltenham. We're going to take a peek at tomorrow's racing. Mark, you've got loads of notes there, so where do we start? Let's talk about Triumph a little bit later on, but what's interesting you tomorrow?
The Albert Bartlett, I love, we've had plenty of tweets, but I love that Thomas Brown. I think he's made for the race. He's real tough. And this takes a lot out of novices, this Albert Bartlett. It's a bit of a grueling race, but he's got the right character. He's tough. He was good the last day at Cheltenham. He's got the profile for him. For me, he's overpriced at 14 to 1.
Yeah. Right, and we've got a few people going to him. That's quite interesting. So it's a big price. What about yourself?
You've got to mention Tony McCoy with Ned Buntline. He's 4 to 1 now, isn't he? This has got 5 to 2, surely, wouldn't it? Be McCoy's last ride, last race of the festival. Yeah. I think everyone's going to pile on this, isn't they? Be like 5 to 2.
Everyone stay for the last race because they normally think, well,
they will this year,
on the bumper day they think, oh, I sneak out before the bumper, don't they? But you think tomorrow?
This will be smashed up. It's been laid out for this race, isn't it?
I love it. He's only had 2 runs since it was second in it last year, so it looks like he's been laid out for it. But.
So it's 4 to 1 now. You think it'll be smashed
5 to 2. I think 5 to 2. So like that, yeah.
Really?
I think because McCoy's last ride, I think everyone will pile on it. I do.
What about some other races? County Hurdle.
Well, I was just looking before the Tony Martin horse, Quick Jack, who looks smart. He's in from 10s into 6s already. You know, tomorrow he could go off any part.
This is the day last year when Gigginstown had 3 winners, didn't they? Big prices, very good one on the last day. There was a few others as well. My memory's shocking, but I remember the day being up there and I couldn't pick a winner. And that's the tricky part of Friday. Yeah. You know, it's 2-1, as they said, 2-1 to punters, but I guarantee tomorrow will be 2-2.
Willie Mullins has got a horse in the Martin Pipe race. Now, he loves to target this race, doesn't he? Because Don Polly won it. Yeah. And then 2 years ago,
I hope you're going to say the same horse as me.
Rare de France or something it's called, isn't it?
No, I like his other one, McKinley.
Oh, the other one.
I thought he's probably the best handicapped horse that runs all week.
He's a great one.
He won a grade 1. He beat Tellers More. That was the next second coming.
Tell us which one it is.
McKinley. Gigginstown horse.
Right, okay.
Willie Mullins in the boys race, the Martin Pipe conditional. He was a grade 1 winner 2 runs ago. He beat Tellers More, which was supposed, you know, it was the second coming, and he was big price that day. But I think he won on merit. I think he was the best. He bit disappointing the last day, but he finished 5th. The horse that finished 2nd was Windsor Park. The horse that won was Nichols Can. You know, it was a red hot race. This is a handicap tomorrow of 136. I think this horse could. I think he's chucked in on that mark. I think he's the best handicapped horse of the week. I thought he was going to go for one of the graded races. So I've got question marks all over me. I've seen he's declared today.
Yeah, little squiggles, you've got question marks.
I've seen he's declared today, and I think he's chucked in off 136.
You see, Mullins has got a strong hand this race,
and Patrick Mullins, I think he mentioned 2 horses all week. He said Duvan, and he said keep an eye out for McKinley, whichever race he runs in.
Yeah.
He'd be gone for the easy race, in my opinion. I think he could beat the stablemate who's favourite.
He's a strong favourite. Like I say, he's got a strong hand in it. He's got
he's got 4. He's got 3 or 4. He's got a few in it.
Yeah, Kalautovic is another one.
Well, someone who has got a very strong hand is Nicky Henderson in the first race, the JCB. This is the Cheltenham 130, and we've got Peace & Co, Hargam, Top Notch. Where do we go with these 3?
So I think the winner's definitely comes out of one of them. Me personally, I don't, without sounding bored, Peace & Co, I think, is probably the best horse in the race.
I was not impressed with Peace & Co.
I agree with you. On that Doncaster, he was unbelievable.
It was, yeah.
It was one of the best judo performances I've seen from a horse like for a long, long time. But I was.
If you match the 2 up, actually, like you said, he's beaten Starkey Tech 19 lengths. Hargam's beaten it by about 6 or 7 lengths. So on that, it wins. But the last time at Cheltenham, why didn't it quicken away then?
Everything that could have went wrong that day went wrong. He was way too free. He crawled. He was too keen. He didn't jump as fluently as he can do. Everything went wrong. He still won 5 lengths.
Do you think that they might revert back to the tactics they used at Doncaster? Because they tried to hold him up, didn't they?
They'll go a right gallop tomorrow. There's plenty of runners. They'll go a good gallop. I think Barry Geraghty will just drop him in. You know, they'll go that quick. He should switch. You know, he'll settle a lot better tomorrow.
There was another horse in that race that ran appallingly after, and I can't remember what it was.
Bivouac, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it didn't run very well the next time out. I'm just not convinced Peace & Co at 2 to 1. I mean, it was as short as 5 to 4 at one point.
Yeah, I couldn't. Maybe not at that price, but 5 to 2 I've seen today. Well, I actually backed it this afternoon at 5-2.
There was a moment at Cheltenham when he loomed up, wasn't he? You think, like, here we go, now we're talking.
Yeah, yeah.
And he went after last, he went for him, and
For a second he looked like, but he still got the job. And everything went wrong.
One I was very impressed with last time was Beltor. I was very impressed with it, but I don't know what it beat. That's the point. And it's Hood's first time tomorrow. Can you have Beltor?
I can't. That's a brilliant trial for the Triumph Hurdle, the Adonis, and he was, he's too headstrong the whole way around. He's too keen. He still won. He still won impressively. You can't. But I was, that's interesting. The two tracks he's ran over hurdles, Ludlow, Kempton, two flat, the flattest tracks you can get.
Speed tracks, aren't they?
A friend of mine, which I was mentioned before, works for Sir Mark Prescott. When this horse was on the flat with Sir Mark, they said he had nothing but back trouble, back problems, whether he's a kissing spine or his back's out. If he won't, I don't think he'd go around this track. The undulations of Cheltenham, that's not going to help him, in my opinion.
And plus, at Kempton, what was he quicking away from?
That's the point.
Because all yours was beaten was beaten at Fred Winter, wasn't it, on Wednesday? And like I said, also Henderson's bivouac went poorly. But I'll be surprised if Beltor's good enough to win this.
What about Argam or Top Notch?
I love Argam. I think he's tailor-made for this, isn't he, Argam? He was a good flat horse. He travels, he jumps, he stays. He's been to Cheltenham before.
It was a nice little prep run at Musselburgh, wasn't it?
It was, but they went there for good ground. That's why they went there. They went there for good ground, and it can't rain too much because it will blunt Argam's speed. Yeah. I think he's a big player against Peace and Co.
And if you remember Argam's performance at the beginning of the season, that was good. That was on the wrong side of the course, wasn't it? Really,
he travelled all over Golden Doyen, didn't he?
Yeah. Top Notch.
I was at a Cheltenham preview last week, and I was talking to Darryl Jacob. Obviously he fancies it. Yeah. But he never had to pick it. I think Ballygate said he's got to pick it up. But he was adamant he's on the right one. He said he's tailor-made for the race. The way he races, he travels just a bit behind the bridle. You can put him anywhere in the race. He jumps well. He has a similar profile to the Zarkanda, Celestial Halo. What's the horse? Nicky Henderson, Zaynar. Yeah. That's the way they race, and perfect for the Triumph Hurdle. There's nothing else in the race that's got a profile like he has.
He's jumping. I agree with jumping.
Flatbread, and they do too much Beltor, Peace and Co. There's question marks if they get home over the, if they run too free early on. There's not a question mark.
That's one I thought you would have gone for, but you've gone for.
No, I've gone for Peace and Co. because I just think the class. I think this time next year we could be talking about him for the Champion Hurdle. I think he's that good. I think he looked a freak at Doncaster, and Darryl Jacob said, I've never sat on a horse that's given me that feel.
Because he rode him first time.
He rode him first time. He got carted to the front. He couldn't hold him basically.
We may see a performance like O'Connor from Peace and Co. If he comes back to that Doncaster form,
it'd be interesting how they ride him and how he settles early on.
Yeah.
Well, we can't let it go without talking about Willie Mullins' Petite Parisian. That's the top Irish. Chance, I guess.
When she ran first time out, it was the worst ride you've ever seen. He gave her far too much to do, and then she confirmed that when she won a Grade 1, didn't she?
Yeah,
she beat Calkia.
Yeah, she was good.
And I thought that was a good run last time. Yeah, I wouldn't undermine anything that Willie Mullins brings over, and obviously
they seem to love her and think she's got massive chance.
And she gets a mare's allowance as well, which could be always going to come in handy.
Yeah, but I'd always just favour her.
A big strong girl,
good, big. And I've seen him in the flesh, Peace and Co. He's a real big, strapping horse. He's nearly made for fences, but he's bred to probably win the Derbies by Falco, which is he actually bred a horse at Carl Burke's that's raced at 105 now on the flat. That was beaten half length in the Group 1.
Is there anything else worth mentioning in this race?
There's one
There's a horse of Mullins that Walsh has chosen called Dicosimo or Dicosimo. And he's chosen it over Calkia. Now, all winter long they've been banging on about Calkia, haven't they? Saying that this is a really good horse. He's been beaten twice and he's jumped ship to this horse. So you got to take him seriously, haven't you? One
more that's I think probably overlooked, probably only because Wayne Hutchinson's picked Karabakh, which I don't really like him. Is the other one Pano Chocolat?
He's a good traveller, isn't he?
Yeah. And Alan King said all he's doing is improving every run, and he thinks he's.
It's potentially a better Triumph Hurdle than the one last year with Tiger Roll one. Yeah. Because nothing out of that race actually came on. There was two horses that won on the flat.
Oh, it was one of the worst Triumph Hurdles ever last year.
Yeah,
wasn't
it wasn't a great race.
And then Tiger Vole didn't go.
Well, I think that was just an experiment today. They hadn't nothing to, you know, he's too higher mark to run a handicap. He's not good enough to run over 2 miles.
So you actually do see some potential stars from this race tomorrow?
Oh, but yeah, I know, I do agree with you. Top notch. It wouldn't be surprised if that turned it. If that beat the stable, if that beat Peace and Co.
Yeah, you think it's between
I just think Peace and Co's. He's got that bit of class that
brilliant. Yeah.
You know, he could be anything.
Yeah.
He looked a freak at Doncaster. He looked like he could.
He did,
you know, and Mullins has got. Henderson's got 3. He holds the key.
He's got a good record.
I think if Mullins had Peace and Co, he could be 7-4, not 5-2. But
good point.
As good as Henderson's a world class. Okay. He's probably one of the best.
Selection.
Hargam. I'll go for the other one. He's got Hargam.
We're doing a roundup there. Everyone's going to go for something different. You're going Peace and Co. I'm going.
I have to go Peace and Co. But
I'm going Top Notch.
You know, I think that's a.
So that means Nicky Henderson's definitely not winning it then, doesn't it?
Kiri, those jumper doubles and selections.
Indeed. Well, thank you for all your favourite moments that are coming in. I know it looks like a lot of you have been having fun down in Cheltenham for the week. Gary's put Black Hercules and Hollywell as his jumper double picks for tomorrow. If you want to join in this jumper double competition, then it's a chance to win £30. All you need to do is pick those winners from 240 and 320 at tomorrow's Cheltenham Festival. So Michael also picking No More Heroes and Savannah Conti as well. That's looking like a popular horse. So if you're looking for a Twitter favourite, then Savannah Conti is our choice at the moment. And Black Hercules, again, proving very, very popular throughout. Thomas Brown, of course, again. Andy and June Clark have picked Thomas Brown, and a good few others as well, putting their money down on Thomas Brown for tomorrow. So it's that jumper double for £30. All you need to do is tweet us in your winners, 240 and 320, and it's at Bet Racing Nation.
Okay, fantastic. A lot of people going for Thomas Brown, about 14 to 1. So that, if that comes in tomorrow. I'm just going to spring this on you because we've only got a couple of minutes left. Is there anything that didn't win this week that was an eye catcher, apart from Qantas of Easing? Was there any eye catchers that you think? Oh.
Only because what Willie Mullins said after the race, Arctic Fire.
Yeah.
He did get close to 4 games, and Willie Mullins said, as Claire Balding interviewed him, I still haven't got the bottom of this. You can't see a rib, meaning he's still not 100% fit. So if he's only beaten that far by 4 games, 80% fit.
It was very interesting, that was,
I mean, that's some dramatic improvement when you look at the fight in fifth.
Yeah.
Back at Newcastle when it was beat by Irvine.
Yeah, and last year he just looked a handicapper, a good handicapper.
Yeah, no, that's interesting,
and every time he's run in Ireland, he's just got that bit closer to Hurricane Fly. He beat Jesky the last day in Ireland.
A lot of people questioned the form and said, well, hold on a minute, he finished behind.
I did up until Tuesday when he's done it again on good ground. It was a champion hurdle. And
anything else very quickly?
There was also a bumper called Wait For Me.
Yeah.
I think we both agree on it. He ran really well. I saw it at Ascot. I was there when he won at Ascot. He's a lovely horse, that is. And you watch the champ bumper, he really does travel well.
I think he's the one to take out.
No, I agree.
And the champion bumper is normally a very good race for future, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he travelled really well. And like you said, he weakened. But
he was still a bit green. I think he was very raw, big baby. He sort of wandered around when he put the gun to his head, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, fantastic. Mark, thanks very much indeed. Kiri, thank you very much. We're coming to an end.
We are. It's been quick.
Absolutely. Thanks very much indeed, Luke.
Thank you, mate.
Mark, thank you very much indeed for joining us. We did agree a lot, so it's a matter of whether we have you back or not, if we pick the winners. It's all about picking winners.